One of the things I had to learn how to gradually grow away from was becoming a burden. Some of these guys were my friends, and I thought I needed them. But as I grew and got further and further up in the game, I seen that they were more baggage and more of a liability than an asset. And when you learn to be a businessman, it's not personal. For me to tell you, I love you, but we can't kick it no more. I'm on this path and you on that path. Maybe the family, it may be the homie, it may be mama, it may be daddy, it may be whoever it is, but we have to make the ultimate decision to know that we got to do all of this work, so we need to make sure that our circle is right, starting with us first. I know how to lock and load on what I need to be doing. And if that means cutting you out because you're not an asset and you're a liability, then that's what it is. It's not personal. And we got to learn that, because we're always holding that again. Man, oh, what are they going to say? What they going to say? You the one got to do all this work. So keep your mind straight.
All right.
Yeah. So I may be a little slow. Can everybody hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I think James cut his mic off.
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you clearly.
Okay, I think he might have just cut his mic off. But no, so DeJuan, a couple weeks ago, I had posted that video just playing around with this app, but that is actually starting to.
I heard it was on there when we did it last week before last.
But it's actually starting to make sense now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually starting to make sense now. It's starting to click with what's actually going on. I'm not really gonna get too deep into that. We're gonna start this thing off right. I think the first thing I am gonna go with, just kind of breeze it on in, and not necessarily try to hop right into it, but I think I want to talk about everybody's New Year's recap. Like, did everybody bring the year in? Was the year good? What did you do? How did you bring it in? Talk to me.
Oh, I went and hooked up at my dude to cut my hair, my barber, Tony, over there at up top. It's his birthday, New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
So we went over there and ended up bringing it in right.
Okay.
So I did a celebration for his birthday and for New Year's.
You bring it in with like any type of boo or any type of, it was just you or what?
Oh, it was a gang of it. It started out just about 5 or 6 people. That's how it started out. By the time New Year's hit, it had to be like 60, 70 people.
Okay. Yeah, I brought mine in pretty good. I brought came in with my cousin, drunk a lot of wine. I think this year I don't know if I said it before, but I'm practicing on not drinking alcohol like that. As you see, I'm doing more of the wine than anything. Brought it in with my lady, but it seemed like, boy, as soon as after that first day, I came a lot of roadblocks, and I'll talk about that later. How about you, Mr. Dixon? How'd you bring your year?
Well, I actually brought it in, man, sitting with the president of Sierra Leone, President Obama. I got to speak and bring in the new year with them. So it was about setting goals that would be bigger than ourselves. So mine was a little different, man.
I like that.
But that's what we do.
Okay, yeah. Speaking of goals, does anybody have any goals that they're trying to really shoot for this year?
Well, let me take advantage of the moment that you have me, because I'm in the airport while I'm speaking to you. I just landed. I just flew into Pasadena to help out the fire victims, help them get to the Dream Center, a church that was there that was helping them out. I was speaking. In fact, I'm flying back in for one day before I go to South Dakota. So here's my goal. I want to reach 1 billion people through social media, but I want to reach at least 500,000 in person in 2025. Release another best-selling book, and to go ahead and get the release date for a documentary for Netflix. That's my goals in 2025.
I like that.
I like that too. I really like that. I would say one of my goals would be this year is mines aren't as big as that, but if anybody who knows me, man, I'm learning. I want to learn how to be more compassionate. Create another stream of income, and also probably get engaged to my lady. It's a goal of mine, and probably buy my first house. Those are my goals for this year.
All right. Let me help you with some of those right away. So you mentioned, did you mention them in descending order, or what's the most important thing?
I think the most one is probably to deal with the first one is probably to deal with my mental, and then go to everything else.
All right, so let's do this. When you say you want to go ahead and get a house, buying a house, will it save you more money?
In the long run, I think it will. Yeah.
Okay, just say for example, if rent's $2,000 now, you buy a home, it's $1,700 a month, but you get more place for it, right?
Yes, sir.
Because it's your own, so you're saving money that way.
Yeah.
So when it comes to the getting engaged, if you and her together combined income can save you, because it's two incomes bringing it down. Many of your goals are just about getting lined up right. Take the stress out of it. If you're going to marry her, just marry her. But don't wait until you get another stream of income, because that sounds like getting another job. What we should do is look at monetizing the show, monetizing what we're doing, so that it brings in income, so you don't have to do more outcome.
I see. That's what I was thinking about, taking this platform that we're on right now, and my thing is, I want to take it nationally.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's my
so, for example, one of the most simple things that we can do to do that is take the moments that we're having in conversation and cut the show up into small clips, reels, shorts. And whenever one of those goes viral, continue to put them out. TikTok, Instagram. You cannot take your TikTok and put it on Instagram. Instagram would demonetize it. If you take Instagram and put it on TikTok, they will do the same, because they are competing companies. YouTube doesn't want to advertise for either one of them either. So you have to, and then you can just look and see which one's most viral. Something controversial, something funny, something that makes a point. Like when you say, we start off and we talk about our goals, you two men are too gifted to set goals that are still in 2025. You have to be in the mindset of 2026 already. Let me give you an example. If you wait till New Year's night to set goals for the year, you haven't set up a time to plan. Your first 6 months will be about momentum to fulfill something that you just came up with. You'll always be behind. But if you start looking at it this way, you break this thing down, 2026, I need to have this. Then I start backing it down from that goal to what do I need to do? It means I need to find out how many watched hours we need on social media to get monetized on it. I need to bring on some guests that'll be somewhat funny, somewhat thoughtful, somebody controversial, whatever it is, in order to have them to help us go more viral, because we help them, they help us, because you got a platform. But right now, I think what you have here, a woman's perspective that she can bring, and then the fact that we can bring the spiritual side, the argument side, street side, all of that comes together. But whatever we do, you all are too gifted to be thinking 2025 still. If you want to get that house, the first thing you can do is bring stability. Stability takes away. Because the mental stress kicks in because you haven't solidified home yet. You do that, it'll reduce that. Now y'all go from a fiance, girlfriend, all that, my woman, to wife. Now it's two incomes under your threshold. Then you're able to cross that threshold financially, because it's two of us doing it together, not just you. And once you start doing that, it's like, wait, so what else income do I need? Just have somebody that believe in your dreams. My connection is going out. But Paula, what does it mean to you when I say having a woman that believes in a man's dreams?
She believes in a man's dreams when it is not a direct benefit to herself. She looks at future benefits. She sees something that maybe nobody else sees. And so when she sees that, because usually when it's your woman, that's a up close and personal relationship. She knows the things that the other people can't see about you. She know the goofy things, she knows the intelligent things, she knows your strengths, she knows your weaknesses. So she kind of knows how to push you to be successful and not get a direct benefit, because she know the benefit is on the end, because she see the end before it has began. So just like Scott, what I always tell you, she sees the potential, she sees the end, she sees the product completed, where
Mm-hmm.
Come
people
on.
that don't know you personally, they don't see that part. They're not in your personal space.
Yeah,
It was this. Fellas, let me ask you something. Can y'all spot a gold digger a mile away?
sure can.
Absolutely.
Now watch
Absolutely.
this. Now watch this. The problem is we don't, why don't we use them instincts to spot women that are gold diggers? GOAL.
AL.
Mm.
Why don't we use those
Okay.
same instincts? Because the traits might look similar on the outside, because a goal driven woman still wants you to produce, she wants provision, but what she'll do, instead of letting you take her out to buy matching Jordans, she'll say, no, babe,
To
we
aid and
don't need
assist.
that. Have
Mm-mm.
you decided to put some money in Bitcoin yet? Because that's
Mm-hmm.
going to take off. In
Yeah.
fact, instead of let's doing that, instead of you taking me to a 5-star, let's go to Costco, buy some crab legs, and I cook them at home. She will save you in the areas where, and still say, we'll splurge on something later, because she's in you, come give you peace, not problems. But the
Mm-hmm.
problem is we keep wanting a bad chick, and they end up bad for us because all we looking at is aesthetics. That's why our
Mm-hmm.
women their physique instead of their character. Come on, man. We spend more money on BBLs than we do on LCs.
Ain't that true?
But listen to this, guys. Look, I'm a woman, right? I
Uh-huh.
understand that there has to be some attraction. I got it. I got it. But that should not be the catalyst for your whole direction of choosing somebody that's compatible. That should not be the only thing that make you want to work with this person.
Mm-hmm.
They got to have some character. They got to be funny. They got to be, have some things that you just kind of like about them when nobody's looking, you know.
Mm-hmm.
They got to be able to hold the conversation, keep you mentally stimulated. That's
Mm-hmm.
what I mean. All
Wait a minute.
the
Hey,
physical attraction is cool, but I need to be able to talk to you. I need you to be able to
now,
hold my interest while I'm standing up. I need you to be
now
able
you're
to
right.
stimulate my mind.
I gotta
That's
like you outside the bedroom.
me.
How about
Yeah.
Exactly.
this? Women, you need a now and later. I ain't talking about the candy. I mean, a woman that
Mhm.
stimulates you now, but you still can stand her later. If you can't
Right.
stand her, that's why you got to spend time away from the sexual sense. You got to, or any of those things. You got to. How does she appeal to your family? If she doesn't get along with her father, she ain't gonna get along with you long.
Right.
If she
Scott,
doesn't respect,
tell them, I'm sorry to cut y'all. I
go
want
ahead.
Scott to tell you his perspective on the courting process, because I was attempting to just give some knowledge on how important to get to know somebody, to court them, to know the type of person they are.
Oh well, I mean, I can piggyback off of James and saying, if what did you say? If you don't disrespect your father, or what did you say?
If she doesn't have a good relationship with her father, she's not going to have one with you long.
There's
And if
that,
she,
but also if you're not even finna listen, if you're not going to even listen to your father, then I'm not. Then I know you're not going to listen to me. And all I'm going to do is piggyback and say this: I dated a girl literally took her out. I literally took her out to meet her parents. We sat down, we were eating dinner, and her dad was telling her something, and she kind of just fanned him off or kind of did something like that. That's why, and as soon as she did it, I was like, yeah, you're not finna listen to me. This ain't even finna happen. This ain't going no further than what
Exactly.
this
Hey, that was good wisdom right there.
Yeah, it
Because
was. I told him it was.
I'm telling you, but here's another one. If she just so happened to have, you're like, man, she just unlucky in love. Her 7 baby daddies didn't know how to love her. They were the problem. Like, no, brother. No. Everything she tells you about them and how they didn't treat her right and cheated on her, somehow 7 dudes are gone. You're going to be the ace. And
everybody can't be wrong about one person.
Man.
That's right. And watch this. And this whole idea that we're going to go save them. And they like, but if they go to you and they go, Scott, if you just adopt my 7 kids,
fuck no.
And even if we see, you understand, she gonna, as soon as you do, she gonna go for child support on you. You have no kids and 7 checks going out. You have to go ahead and build your future. You have to think in dating in terms of a future. If I'm with a woman that has 7 kids, that's 7 colleges I need to be thinking about. That's a 8-bedroom home I got to be thinking about. All this different stuff. And I'm like, no, save your investment for your own future. Invest in who you're becoming, invest in what will become, and find somebody who cares enough about you to have saved themselves for you.
Now, how would you guys respond to the woman that has children and say, well, you guys are being insensitive. I'm a good woman. Those was just poor choices. And some of those were things unseen. And I got a better head on my shoulder now. I'm a good woman. I just want a good man and I want to move in my potential. And you're not even giving me a chance. What would you say to that?
So you're saying she was a porn star and now she's a Christian. And now she's dating one of these guys. All right, guys, how do you respond?
Basically, that's what I heard. But you know what? I think
you said she made some bad decisions. How many bad decisions? How many? You get?
I
think 3
bad decisions.
I think everybody deserves grace.
Yes, everyone deserves a second chance. Absolutely.
Now my thing is you can, what you just said, you can say to me. But if after you say that to me, I don't see any action behind that.
Come on, sir. Now I can understand that.
Then I have to separate myself from that situation. I mean, just point blank, period. Because look, I'm 35 years old. The person I'm with may be 35 years old. I can be honest with you. This is why I feel so. I'm gonna say this. This is why I feel so bad for Tupac, because Tupac lost his life at an early age, and he didn't know what he was doing at age 25. He had to grow a little bit more. We have to grow a little bit more to gain wisdom and live life a little to realize what we want and what we don't want. I have now made it to that age to where I'm like, you know what? Yeah, I'm not gonna deal with that no more. Yeah, I was wrong in that situation. I was wrong in that relationship. I was wrong dealing with this person. Okay, this is what I'm going to do now. And I'm not going to slip, period. So like I said, everybody deserves grace, but it's just about taking the action. If you're saying one thing and then not doing another,
you keep doing the same thing.
Well, wait a minute. Instead of us all being Jesus trying to give people grace, why not use grace and wait and find somebody who ain't did all that? Let me get it. If I'm looking for a car, I do not want it to have 300,000 miles on it with a brand new price tag.
But sir, excuse me, what if that person is put in your path by God to test you to show grace?
But I know this much. If I save my money, I can get a better car later than if I buy one discounted from the hood that they said she got a 200 credit score now. She had a 0 2 years ago. She on her way. Well, I don't need that. I can encourage her and let, our brother D over there, he can date her.
Okay. So that same measure God will show you when you don't show
No,
right.
no, it's different for us. Listen, let me tell you this, Scott.
No, it's
You guys tell
not.
me if I'm right. Listen, if a woman got a face card will get her into places, in the houses, onto a yacht. But when it's me and you, we gotta buy a yacht if we're gonna get her in one.
Mm-hmm.
Come on now. A man has to prove his value and earn it. A woman, if she from the time she first gets some hips and curves, she
You know
changed up
why?
on you.
You know why? First of all, man set that standard. Second of all, God put you in place to be stronger. So you have to go through things that challenge you to be stronger, sir. Now,
Women,
that curves and all that, that standard was set by men and their eyeballs.
women, children, and dogs are the only thing that are loved unconditionally.
Say it, amen.
Men are only loved under the condition that provide something.
Pretty much.
That's
Okay.
it. So you have
Where are
to be
you
a man.
getting
You have to grind.
where are you getting that
Oh, here
information
she
from?
goes.
It depends on the certain woman that you choose.
But good
If
women
y'all
are
quit
hard to
choosing that
find.
That
one that y'all
depends
made
on
with y'all eyes, maybe she'll treat you
women
right.
made that rule. Women made that rule.
No, they did
A
not.
man is only loved and tolerated under the condition
Okay.
that he
Okay,
provides
how
something.
about this? Why is it that man makes a rap song, it's like back then you didn't want me, now I'm hot. We understand that once we get something, y'all come with it. But when we
You
broke,
provide something.
yeah,
Okay,
guys, I
okay,
gotta take off.
okay.
But all right, thank you for bringing me on. I'm sorry to abbreviate, but I'm traveling, so I'm trying to do it now. I want to thank you
All
guys for
right, be
having
safe
me
out
on.
there.
Okay, my friends.
Thank you
Thank you
so
for your
much,
service,
sir.
man.
Thank you. Be safe out there.
Okay, so anyway,
Y'all
it
niggas.
is the type of women. Scott, did you not say this several times? It is the type of woman that you're choosing. I know women right now that husbands fall sick, they lose jobs, all that, and they carrying the load right now,
Yeah,
unapologetically doing what they supposed to do. They
and I
appreciate
agree
their
with you.
man. They do
But,
all that for their man. But see, we don't see
but,
those because we're conditioned to look at what's being portrayed on
but what
television
has that
and
man done?
online, and we're
What?
taking that and using that as our information. And that's false.
No, that's not what I'm saying. But that man, from the she's taking care of him and holding down the house and all that. Prior to him falling sick and ill and whatnot, the roles were reversed.
The roles are
So she,
supposed to be reversed, sir. You're the provider.
under the condition that I
How I'm
provide
supposed to
something,
provide for you?
because
She
he's sick and he's hurt now.
Okay,
So like
I said
the
she
roles were
takes over
reversed.
the kids when
So
he
he
got sick.
provided. So like
No,
I
I
said,
no, I said when he fell sick, she took over.
mhm,
So
she took over.
she was doing dual roles because her role was to be the help meet to help build the man up. She's not supposed to be you. God did not call us for leadership. He called
So
y'all.
when
Y'all supposed
he
to be taking care
when
of the
he got
folk.
sick, he didn't stand in the I want to be sick line. He
No, no,
fell
no,
sick.
no. I
So she
said
had to,
when he fell sick,
right.
then
That's what
she
I said.
jumped in. But why would she
He-
jump in when he's well enough to do his position?
no, but that's what I'm saying. She took over once he fell ill. Prior to him falling ill, prior to him getting sick, the roles were reversed. So he provided everything. He was the provider.
He's
So
supposed to be. What are you
I'm,
saying?
I'm saying I'm saying he was the provider. So he was providing. He was doing his job.
Okay.
That's why he was around.
Okay.
So if he was if she met him sick or she met him and he was didn't want to work or something, that'll be totally different. But no one wants that. There's no woman to be
No,
like,
I'm what I'm saying, and maybe this is a misunderstanding. I'm saying that we all have significant roles. Okay.
mm-hmm.
If I got a child at home and I got things I have to do at home, I can't go out there and work an 80-hour a week job and try to take care of my house. I can't do both roles. So God put the man as leadership in the house to provide, protect, and profess. So you are the one providing. You are the one that keeping things afloat. If you don't have enough money, boo, I got you. I'm coming in. You see what I'm saying? I got you.
I agree.
But
I
I'm
agree.
saying that a lot of people are misconstruing their roles. Just like ladies get the entitlement role, where they want to sit around and look cute all day and don't do nothing.
I think y'all are
That's an
both.
error.
I think y'all are both saying the same thing, just with different perspectives.
Right.
I think because I mean, as a man, I think I can vouch for Jawan when he say, "Yeah, I'm loved conditionally." Well, I'm loved under the condition that I provide, and you're saying that's your job to provide. So it's just like it's kind of an oxymoron in a way.
Hmm.
Do you get what I'm saying? So
I don't believe that all these women out here is just looking for somebody to take care of you. Because guess what? They would not have high powered positions then. If they were looking for you just to provide, they would not have jobs or high powered positions. So they're not. They're not just looking
well,
for you
shit.
to provide, and they're not loving you conditionally because you have money. Because guess what? They have money.
Well, then,
So it's not that.
see,
Right.
It's you
But
picking the right person.
that's
I
not
think
No,
everyone though.
to
That's
pick,
not everyone. You're taking 7% of all the population of women.
no, no,
And
no,
you
no, no. It's not that low a percentage. You looking
okay,
at one right here. But guess what?
20%.
Every time I
But
see
I'm
a
talking
man
about as far as the
complain
high.
about this, it's the same aesthetic type of woman. And that is the one that y'all creating the Frankenstein monster of being entitled.
I will say
No,
this. I will
no,
say this.
all women are not like that.
I
I
just,
completely agree with you. All women are not like that.
I
You do. I've ran across plenty of women that got their own, make their own, and still looking for a dude that's on their level.
but we only
Now
come
they're
to
not
terms because
looking. You're not gonna look have a
Well, let
CEO of
me
Fortune
ask you guys
500
this. Then what do you think
checking out
you
the
are
guy
supposed
making
to
flipping McDonald's,
what do
huh?
you think your role is? You guys, both of y'all can answer this. What do
Well,
you
you said
think
it.
your
I think
position is as
you're a
far as
provider.
on this earth as a male?
You're a provider. You're a protector. You profess and you lead and you teach. That's I. You said besides the lead and teach part, yeah. That's how I feel.
And I think that men are beginning to feel like they're unappreciated and all they want is the finances. Because, especially in our community, we don't know how to talk and connect with each other. It's like, unless we laying in a bed or going shopping, we have no other dialogue. Well, it's plenty of things we can do as a unit that we don't even invest in. So we don't even know each other personally to connect because we have so many distractions and other things that we're not pouring into each other. If I came home, Dewan, and let's say I got home before you, and the house needed tightening up, I have no problem with that. Let's say you did extra hours, you did 16. There's no way that you're gonna come home and I'm gonna have a whole plethora of chores for you to tackle when you walk through the door. There's no way I'm gonna have that for you. I understand you worked hard today. Even if I'm a little tired, I understand you putting in some extreme work. You're not going to have to worry about nothing when you come home. That's my job to cater and get you to be comfortable after a hard day's work. That's my job. I don't have an issue with that at all. You see what I'm saying? But
Uh huh.
that's because I trust that you're protecting me, you're covering me, you're providing for me. If I get stranded somewhere, I could call my guy. Hey, I'm stuck. I don't know what to do. I can rely on you. So whatever you need, I'm good. I have no complaints. You see what I'm saying? But both parties is trying to govern how much they're supposed to give the other person. You shouldn't do that.
I
No,
You know.
I
it's got to
I
be done.
I
Go
just
ahead, Scott.
I just think this is where because this kind of I think this kind of falls right into this. I just think what I'm starting to learn through this year, and it's funny how it came after the year, or maybe the OGs that I've talked to this year. But I think we have to learn that everybody is not the same. And what we have to do is just let our guards down and not assume that every woman is the same, that every man is the same, that love is conditional. Do I feel like that it is, though, a majority of the time? Yeah, but look at the state that we live in. Look, now I'm not talking about the actual state. I'm talking about look at
State of, yeah.
look at what we're living in. We're living in a social media state to where
Yeah,
everybody is basing their life off of memes and reels
exactly.
and what they think that certain things should
We're
be.
not even connecting with
And
each
they're
other.
not even connecting. Everybody has got away from reality. You know what I'm saying? If everybody put their fucking phone down
Thank
and
you.
listen to what a partner has to say or what a person has to say. This is why you court people when you date them. So when you date, so in the middle of the courting process, if what they do does not fit you, you just get rid of them.
That's correct.
Stop trying to introduce people to your family. Stop trying to make a person trying to love
Come
you.
on, come on.
Stop trying to make your person stop trying to love that person.
Absolutely.
If this is what they are, then this is what they are. And I've kind of came to this conclusion, not because of the woman that I'm dating, but in actuality, we have to accept people for who and what they are.
What they are.
Mm-hmm.
We have to do that. You can't get with somebody and try to say, you need to do this, you need to do this. The only thing you need to try to do, if somebody is lacking somewhere, if they ask you for the help, then you give it to them. Because
Correct.
if you try to force it on them.
Right. And that's why I tell people, please, please, please. Number one, be honest. Number two, state your intentions up front so that you can get the right person. Three, state what you expect and what you're looking for so
Yeah.
you get the right person.
Yeah.
When you not being honest, that is the problem because people are sending representatives and they know that they are not being honest about what they're seeking and what they're expecting.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why we're getting into arguments because you get and invest in a relationship and you look up, somebody has done a 180 turn on you and you like, who is this person? This is not
Right.
what I signed up for.
And this is why I got this subject at the bottom, because I'm speaking on like compromising your integrity. If I speak on compromising your integrity, what do y'all think that shit means?
You're going against the grain of who you are.
Exactly.
Exactly. I agree. I agree. And
And
that's why we need to get the right person. And you
and
won't have to
Yeah.
change who you are.
exactly. And that's why I kind of said that. Like those who do know me with certain people, not even relationship wise, just with certain people. I have a lot of people who I thought really loved me and got a lot of love for me or that like me. People don't like me because I'm standing on, because I'm not compromising my integrity on what I stand for. But see, if I was to do that, I'd be the person that you want me to fucking be.
You
And
know what
I'm
that's
not.
called? You know
What?
your worth.
Yeah. So I'm not gonna do that. You know, like I told somebody today, like people think you are who you used to be. So that's why they do the things that they do.
Well,
Right.
see, in that aspect, no one will get older. No one
Yeah.
will get wiser. If you
Exactly.
stay in that same stagnant state, you're going to be the same person that rather go out and party and not pay your bills and be homeless in 2 months. No, you get smarter, you get wiser, you grow.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you're
Exactly.
supposed to do. It's
And
called being an adult.
And it just kind of blows me because I'm talking to y'all, and it just kind of blows me because you're actually defining it for me, and that's kind of what like how I'm feeling. And it's just like, damn, bro, like y'all really want me to be this person that I was over here. I don't know if do you want me to be like that so you can run over me, or do you want me to stay the same as you when I know what I'm actually worth? You get what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
Exactly.
And I feel like you shouldn't have to prove that to people.
No, and I'm not.
You shouldn't. They should see it in your actions.
And
Anybody can say anything. Anybody can say anything.
Yeah.
Your actions define who you are.
Yeah.
Correct.
How you move defines what you are. Okay, now he's growing. He's doing this now, this now, this now. Okay, well, okay. Either I'm gonna get on my P's and Q's or get left behind. That's it.
to deal. If I got to deal with him, then that's what I'm gonna have to do because he's not going for that. Which is why
Exactly.
always,
Exactly.
everybody always asks me why my friends ain't the same age as me because not a lot of them is on what I'm on. So my friends are older. They're y'all.
Mm-hmm.
So you know what I'm saying. I just feel like I'm not gonna do that. I will never compromise my integrity to please anybody else. If you disrespect me, I'm gonna tell you how I feel.
Disrespect will not be tolerated.
It's not finna be
Exactly.
tolerated. Hey, I love you. Talk to me when you're ready to love me. How I am.
Correct.
That's what you do. Other than that,
Yes.
we ain't got nothing else to talk about.
And you know what, guys? I really think that on like most of the platforms that we're on in our community, we need to be geared more of empowering and
Mm-hmm.
connecting each other. It's
Mm-hmm.
like everybody is separate. You got all the women saying one thing over here to get justice for themselves. You got all the men over here saying to get justice for themselves. And we need to be focused on empowering each other and actually what could we do and use as some tools to help us to maybe make the proper changes that we need. Let's say I'm a materialistic girl. Okay. Well, my guy don't do nothing with me, so I just go to the mall and shop. And then when I spend up the money, he's upset at me. So what do we need to do to fix both of them? Because on his end, there's a lack of connection. And on her end, she's going in emotion because she's heard about it than expressing herself. So she just go blow the money because ain't nothing else to do because she doesn't have the connection. So we need to find the right solutions and tools that we could start using to change the narrative. We don't want to say all this talking and we go back, get off this podcast, and we're doing the same thing.
Right. But as a leader in that scenario, the leader, the head of that household, okay, why is she doing this? Okay, let me break it down. Let me sit around. Sweetheart, why are you always blowing money? And then she was like, "Hey, I'm lonely. I'm here by myself." And then, okay, cool. So you saying I'm not giving you enough QT? Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
One day a week, I got to work Monday through Friday, Monday through Saturday. One day a week, it's going to be us. Whether we go out for a picnic, we just go for a walk, we go look at stars,
Come on now.
we sit out on the balcony and thing and have a drink and sit on the bar and talk. It's us. You and me connecting, spending time, whatever, but it's going to be us. That be able, we're going to curve some of the spending.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to cut some of this out. Because in a year
And
or two, I
and
want
like
to
you
be
said,
home.
you could tell her this. And we're trying to build a future. So significant things I would appreciate if you would run it by me and we have a conversation about it
Yeah.
before you run and spend.
Mm-hmm.
Does that sound fair? You see what I'm
That's
saying? We
right.
talking to each other like adults. Who gonna get mad out of that? You see what I'm saying?
But that also
Then
goes.
yelling, I said, don't spend no more money. Well, you want to spend time with me? Well, buy a dog. We talk to each other so crazy. It's crazy.
And
Or if you say, hey, my girlfriend's got 3 bags and her guy bought her 3 bags, so I'm going to go and buy me 3 bags because he obviously loves her more. We say the most foolish stuff I have ever heard, ever.
Right.
Then having that conversation, connecting, as I said earlier, with each other. Turn Facebook and Instagram off, please. A lot of that stuff is fake. It ain't even real. It's people showing out. You don't even know they could have stole that they showing. You don't even know how they got it. Please turn that off and talk to each other with dignity. And like you said, integrity. Talk to people the way you want them to talk to you.
yeah,
Yep.
I've learned this year that I'm actually getting a better result just by controlling my mouth, communicating better, and I would say not compromising my integrity. I guess I'm drinking wine, y'all, so excuse me. But
Okay.
but
Yes.
but
Yes.
but I'm just learning. Like, okay, maybe I don't have to be so harsh. Let me just say this. This is what I gotta say. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I don't like the way that you disrespected me. Can you not do that, please? Thank you. Rather than jumping out the fucking window and making somebody feel insignificant.
They're going to automatically get on the defensive.
Yeah.
You can still get your point across
Correct.
without yelling, screaming, all of that. You can speak calmly, firmly, and still get your point across.
Correct. And I think that's a nice beginning point is us to learn how to communicate with one another. Let's learn how to pick our battles. Some things, like I remember I was telling Scott one day, you know, like if somebody walk up to me and pick me off at work, if they don't even work in my area, what's the point of me causing a scene? They don't even work by me.
Right?
So I could just not give that any energy, go on, not ruin my day, not go overboard, and the person react, and now I lose my job or get into it or whatever. That's a battle that just did not deserve any energy. And I still get to work, finish my job for the day, and go home in peace. You see what I mean? Some things is just not worth the energy, you know?
Yeah. I think everybody thinks that they're number one now, day and age, and it's time to let that shit go.
Exactly.
If,
Mhm.
if really all that it is, and I know everybody goes through growth and they're going through like knowing their worth and all, but guess what? In all actuality, we are all on the same damn
I agree.
level playing field. Nobody's
Pretty
better
much.
than nobody.
Everybody is got flaws. Everybody's flaws.
We all on the level
Trust me.
Absolutely.
playing and so I think once people grasp a hold of that, but until they do, not once, it's just gonna be the same.
I think just like with us learning how to communicate, the only challenge that we're having that we're trying to break the cycle of is what you said, Scott, earlier, the disrespect. And what you said too, Dewan, the disrespect is the part that you have to kind of challenge because you can't allow them to make that normality. You know what I mean? So that's
Exactly.
the only thing that I think black people will struggle with learning how to love each other and communicate with each other again is the disrespect. And disrespect comes from people not valuing what's important to you because they don't see it as important to them.
Yeah,
And so they
Mhm.
go overboard, and that's what makes it disrespect because what you feel is important is the same as what I feel is important. You don't undercut me and talk to me like trash because it's something that I feel like is important. We need to have a civil conversation. DeWine did that thing perfectly. That's what you have to do. If you're going to dwell together, you got to go have that conversation.
Absolutely. Communicate. What is that? Communication is the key. That is the absolute truth. You have to be able to be with your partner and say, "Hey, I need to speak to you." Now, I'm in firm agreement. Once I come through the door, don't jump down my throat. Give me a minute to decompress. Give me a minute to take my shoes off. Okay, it's been a rough one. Give me 20, 30 minutes. All
I
right.
think we all can. I think we all can agree that drive from General Motors is decompressing within itself.
No, because I argue with people on the highway all day.
Okay, well then,
I ain't
never
gonna lie.
mind.
Okay.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm yelling at people on the highway. Why are you doing that? Which lane do you want? And so,
But you know what? It's simply being mindful of the other person's differences. Because the why you might come in the house and you might seem like ain't nothing wrong and I jump on you, but that does not mean that there's nothing wrong. So we have to be mindful of the other person. Like you said, this is a safe zone. At least let the person get and sit down. and get themselves together. And when you go to the person, you don't demand. You talk to them and you ask, "Hey, can I speak to you a minute?" You don't. Hey, you need nigga. You need to talk to me right now. I ain't trying to hear. That's just you're not gonna get anything out of that. You're not gonna get a
Mhm.
response out of somebody demanding them. You ask them, "Babe, can I speak to you for a moment? I know you just got in. When you get settled in, is it okay that I wanted to talk about something. Something's been on my mind."
Mm-hmm.
You
Now,
know
what's
what?
wrong with that, Scott? What's wrong with saying that?
Give me
Yep.
20 minutes. I'm all yours.
Yep.
Yep, yep. That way, we're not imposing on each other, and we're creating a safe space for us to be able to talk. Because when you already escalated, nobody gonna be able to talk, and you're not gonna be able to hear anything. Nothing's gonna be resolved. It ain't gonna be a good ending because we're
Right.
already frustrated.
So I'll even tell you one thing now, because this what she's saying applies to everybody. But I even tell you one thing, like me and my lady even talked about. Sometimes it's not. It is about communication, but sometimes it's about the space. When you're on top of somebody constantly all the time,
Hmm.
that can be a problem.
Yeah,
Mhm.
So sometimes we think we can't coexist with people, or we like this, and that. No, sometimes you just need a bigger house.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Sometimes you need a bigger house.
You
Like,
do. You need a break.
yeah.
You do. You really do. And everybody deserves their own space, their own quiet time, their own time for them to decompress, like the one said. You just need that. It ain't nothing personal against you. It ain't nothing against you. I'm just trying to it is nothing against you. And everybody, especially our community, whenever someone approaches us, we're always on the defensive. Why?
Automatically for
Why?
whatever reason. Because I believe we have been through so much trauma
Mm-hmm.
that instantly you're expecting the worst.
Yeah.
You're expecting the worst. So you automatically go on the defensive. So like, hey, what's going on? What's up? What you want? What now? So you ask
Exactly.
the same question, just the delivery of it. You're
Mm-hmm.
automatically expecting the worst.
What my uncle used to say to me is not about what you say; it's about how you say it.
How you say it.
For instance, how you doing? Well, how you doing? You see how that can,
Yeah,
you know,
it's
like,
a difference. It
Mhm.
is a difference.
so
It
yeah.
is a difference. The barriers go up the minute there's a feeling of hostility. I'm already ready to counterattack because
Yep.
I don't understand why I feel that hostility from you, and you just walked in the house and I'm like, I literally did nothing. What this person mad at?
I just can't.
So we can take things wrong that way, you know.
Exactly.
But
Okay.
like you said, Dewan, and we all learning, and we gotta start using practical resources to try to train ourselves to do better. So we could even give a person a homework schedule. Go on this week. This week, try when you talk to your person and something arises, try to approach them in a way of asking them what is the issue instead of saying, "Why you mad today? You look frustrated." Let's try to go to them differently in the approach
Mm-hmm.
and say, "Hey, is everything okay? Oh, I just thought maybe something was wrong because you were quiet over there. Is everything okay?" Try
Hmm.
that drill. Try that drill. Well, whatever the person come in, if you see them coming in and they like, I just go over there and just try. Say, "Hey, are you okay?" Oh, I didn't know. I want to give you a moment. I just thought you seemed like you was frustrated. Is everything okay? All right, I'll give you some time. I'm gonna be over here, okay? And leave it. You know? They might
Yeah.
when they calm down, trust me, they'll come to you. The reason why I was like that was because man, I just had a hard time. They'll come to you. They'll come to you because they feel welcome enough to come to you.
Right. No
So
one wants to go home and feel attacked. So I've been fighting ever since I walked out the door. And now I got to come home and fight. It's exhausting.
Yeah, no,
exactly,
we ain't finna do this.
exactly.
I'll stay by myself. I'm not going to be mad
Anything,
at me.
anything that shows a consistency of it happening needs to be addressed. That's another
Mhm.
tool we take. Now, if somebody forgot to turn the light out or turn the faucet off one time, that ain't nothing to go demolish somebody over. But if after you say, "Hey, you left the faucet on, I turned it off though," "Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot." Okay. Now, every day from that point, they keep leaving the faucet on. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
that has to be addressed. You see what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it's almost like you'll know the things that need a little bit more energy than the things that don't deserve energy to ruin the evening. You know what I mean? But if I told you, just like we were talking about the money, Dewan, I said I was going to spend time with you. We do date night. And the money is still being blown. Now, how do you handle that, Dewan?
All right. I'll talk to you. We sat down
Who's that?
for
I
the
talk.
last month.
That's how I go, though. That's
For
the
the
truth.
last month, every Saturday, whatever your heart desired, that's what we did. And yet and still, I'm looking at this account and you still splurging money for no reason. So obviously, it was not the point of you not getting time. It's the point of you just want to go out and spend. That's something I can't have. I work too hard and I have a plan on where I want to be for the next year, year after. It's my last time speaking to you about this. Either get on board or get off the ship.
This nigga sound like me a year ago.
You see,
But that's the
and look,
reality. You have to
she'll
do it.
say something
Because if
like
it
this.
keeps
Well,
going
I
on,
didn't even buy nothing that much this week. I know I just forgot and I just spent some
You know
more.
what's
So
crazy
you
though?
gonna put me out?
You know what's
did
crazy?
you
You know what's crazy?
know? No, hold on. I'm gonna address her. You didn't even spend that much. You didn't tell Chase that because I'm looking at what they said you spent, and you spent that much. So is Chase lying on you?
You know what?
Is Kohl's lying on you? Is
You
Macy's and Amazon lying on you?
you know what's crazy? A nigga like me would have said, "Hell, all that money you spent, did you at least get me something?"
See, that's what I'm talking
Okay.
That's where I was fucking with you. That's the shit I was
about.
like.
We're looking for growth in the year and follow. You said, did you get me something? No, that's not the point.
I know it's not, but I'm just saying.
You silly.
But like you said, Juan, now that's it for me. So going forward. So look, she'll come. Now this is the time people be telling certain people they playing victim. No, this is playing victim. Well, so you gonna put me out so I can't buy nothing. So you don't love me.
I
I
can't
didn't say
believe
you couldn't buy nothing.
not on
And
my
it's
time.
not the point of me not loving you. It's the point of you not wanting to follow what I'm saying. You want this for next year. You want this for the year after. It's never going to happen. You keep going buying red bottoms. You keep going by Coach purses and everything. No, it's never going to happen.
Yeah.
So you have one or two choices. Stop it. Get on board so we can make these things happen, or I'll make it happen by myself.
Mm.
And
Scott,
listen,
what's your take on that?
Peace of mind, the best thing in the world.
you said, "What's my take?"
Yeah.
I've done that, and so basically everything that, and we not even bringing nobody up, but it's just like a motherfucker couldn't get with that
I
program.
know.
Motherfucker couldn't get with that program, so it's just kind of like, okay, everything that I said I was gonna do last year, I did it. Okay, now it's on to the next thing. You know what I'm saying? But some people like that, like what we talking about, them people hold you back.
They
Mm-hmm.
do actually.
Because it's not about y'all, it's about them.
Exactly.
And if you're
Yep.
not willing, if you're not willing to compromise, then why even be in a relationship with somebody?
That's a characteristic of a narcissistic person.
Yeah. So it's like you know, like I'm trying to buy a house. Like I said,
Mm-hmm.
like I said earlier, I've stopped going out to bars. I stopped buying shoes. I stopped buying clothes. You know how much money I
Mm-hmm.
save? You know how much money I save? But
Mm.
it's okay. But it's not only on me to stop spending money. It's got to be on you too.
Exactly.
So you might have to cut down getting your hair done twice a month. You might have to cut down getting your nails done. You might have to cut down, on your weed intake.
And you know what, guys? A real woman that really care about you, she ain't got no problem with that. Those are tangible things. Those are material. She don't have a problem with that. You didn't say she couldn't get them done at all. You did not say that.
Just gotta.
The happy compromise is cut down. That's all this
Mm-hmm.
man said. So what is so hard about that?
I don't even. You know what's even? Y'all want to know something even funnier? I cook one thing all week and eat it for lunch. Like I don't even go out to eat no more, none of that shit.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I'm trying to do what I handle my dream. You know what I'm saying? So it's just kind of like,
Mm-hmm.
if I'm gonna do it, like you need to get on the ship too. I'm not saying that's what's going on, but just doing these things, that's probably what you should do too.
Right. I would like to challenge us, even us three that's on this podcast, to just do a experiment. And whatever relationship or people we encounter, let's try to be totally authentic and honest with how we present ourselves and what we do. So for us that may have significant others or whatever, let's give them a full honest shot. Okay? If they show you through signs some things that you have already discussed with them and there's no growth within, I would say, a couple of weeks or so, that you don't see any progression, then at that point, you start to decide what decisions you want to make. But give it a earnest try, because some people say, well, I tried to talk to the person, they ain't changed. You didn't really even try with them. You didn't even sit down with them and make a plan or nothing. So you really didn't give them a fair chance. You know what I mean? So
Mm-hmm.
be honest with what you want, your intentions, whoever you talk to, and just see what happens within those 3 weeks. And just see what happens.
And she ain't talking to me; she's talking to the audience. So I
I'm
hear.
talking to the audience, whomever, myself, the one, whoever. If you meet somebody or you don't, even just personal interactions, let's try to learn how to be honest first and foremost. Because the games come in from dishonesty and deception. Let's
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
stop that. Let's stop that. I'm tired of the games. If you don't want nobody, you want to be free, just say that. I might
Mm-hmm.
want to play with you. You ain't even gave me an opportunity to decide because you're being deceptive. Let's be
Right.
honest with each other with what we want so we can get the right person. If you want somebody, you're not on, I need 6-figure income. If you truly want that in your heart and you're a money person, say that up front. Don't act like, no, I accept you for the way you are. And then you get with this man, you blowing all the money on Gucci bags. Why you just don't say that's what you want up front? I feel like I look good. If you want this, you gotta give this. Just be honest
Be
so you
like
can get the right one.
be like Lisa Ray. I respect that. What Lisa Ray said. I live a certain type of lifestyle. You can't support it, then okay.
But guess what? That gives you liberty and freedom to choose if you want to deal with her or not.
Yeah, exactly.
Gas get drive right off.
Exactly. So,
we at
but look, when you drive right off the wine, what have you lost?
nothing.
Nothing.
All right, then. So that gives the person a clean, full opportunity to protect themselves from investing in something that we know ain't going nowhere.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
So
Well,
just state your intentions up front.
mhm.
So we are at an hour.
All right.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
it don't seem like it at all, but we are.
Yep.
I think we're gonna wrap it up. I think we got what we needed out of it.
Yes.
I want to thank Mr. James Dixon for coming on here and
All right.
stunting on us
Right. Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
and making this shit amazing. I want to thank Miss Paula Hubbard for doing what she does best,
Indeed.
trying to check you niggas and you women on what y'all need to do to communicate and do better. And I want to thank Mr. DeWine
Absolutely.
for wearing a white
Thank you,
hoodie.
sir.
For wearing a white hoodie today, because today I see him. Nah,
Okay.
Jealousy and envy will get you nowhere.
but you know what though? I want to thank him for honestly giving his
I do. I appreciate that so much.
his opinion.
Yeah.
His opinion is very logical.
Yes, it is. And I receive a lot of things that he brings us.
And it comes from a place to where everybody can relate. Me, I just sit here and I listen and I talk and I soak up game, which is what I hope everybody who actually listens to this will do.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, DeWine, did you get a ring light, DeWine?
Did I get a ring light?
Yeah.
You got on my nerves. My last week. I can't even see. I told you I got. You weren't here. I was like, okay, let me go and get an iPad, get the keyboard and everything. I went and got everything, but I got it that day.
Okay.
So
wow.
I didn't have a chance to set everything up. So when he called me, I couldn't have the lighting right or nothing like that because I just got it like 2 hours prior to everything kicking off. So I was like, okay, let me go ahead and get everything right. He ain't gonna talk about me this.
He looked like an obese shadow the last time.
But I enjoy good company, y'all. And you know, like I said, let's get 2025. You know, Scott gonna ring them up and get some guests on here with positive energy. We not here to combat each other. We trying to find solutions. That's it.
Absolutely.
Yes, ma'am.
Absolutely.
And I ain't got no ring light. I got a backlight.
Using something.
Yeah.
I had to go get one. I was like, he ain't gonna talk about me no more. I know I'm darkly packed.
Oh yeah. I appreciate you guys though, and I learn every time we do a podcast. I learn. So thank you guys so much for having me.
Thank you. If I put up on game, I'd be like, I'm gonna have to try this. Okay, all right. I like that. That makes a lot of sense actually.
So yeah. That's what I be doing. I kind of like on some real shit. I kind of whatever goes on, man. I kind of apply to life. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. Sometimes you gotta, with different people, you gotta learn how to use different angles or tactics. So
sure.
Yep.
Okay.
So y'all have a good one.
All righty.
All right. This says.
Have a good one.
Yep.
One of the things I had to learn how to gradually grow away from was becoming a burden. Some of these guys were my friends, and I thought I needed them. But as I grew and got further and further up in the game, I seen that they were more baggage and more of a liability than an asset. And when you learn to be a businessman, it's not personal. For me to tell you, I love you, but we can't kick it no more. I'm on this path and you on that path. It may be the family. It may be the homie. It may be mama. It may be daddy. It may be whoever it is, but we have to make the ultimate decision to know that we got to do all of this work, so we need to make sure that our circle is right, starting with us first. I know how to lock and load on what I need to be doing. And if that means cutting you out because you're not an asset and you're a liability, then that's what it is. It's not personal. And we got to learn that because we're always holding that again. Man, what are they going to say? What they going to say? You the one got to do all this work. So keep your mind straight.